a moment of clarity for your journey ahead. Today, let's talk about the power of words, practicing biblically wise speech. I want to share a few practical, scripture-shaped ideas you can carry into your week. Introduction. The weight of every word. Words are more than just sound or ink on a page. Scripture teaches us that the words we use can have lifelong consequences, capable of building up or tearing down. Whether spoken in haste or lovingly chosen, our speech leaves a mark on the lives of those around us. Jesus himself said, "For the mouth speaks out of that which fills the heart." In other words, our speech reflects our spiritual condition and has the extraordinary ability to nurture or harm, heal or destroy. How, then, do we grow in practicing speech shaped by the wisdom of God? The Bible abounds with direction on using words wisely, and the call to cultivate godly speech lies at the very heart of Christian living. Let's explore what it means to guard our tongue, speak with compassion and truth, and use our words to bring about reconciliation and grace. Controlling our tongue, guarding against harmful speech. Introduction. The small organ with immense power. Few things test spiritual maturity more than controlling our tongue. The early Christians faced temptations to gossip, argue, and speak carelessly, just as we do today. James, the of Jesus, warns plainly about the importance of our speech. Key verse. Even so the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. See how great a forest is set aflame by such a small fire. And the tongue is a fire. Explanation and context. James draws an unforgettable picture. Our tongue is a tiny part of the body, yet it sets the course of lives, relationships, and even communities, much like a spark can ignite a wildfire. For early believers living among the tumult of differing opinions, public debates, and even persecution, controlling the tongue became a matter of deep spiritual significance. Commentary insight. Matthew Henry comments that the control of take a moment to reflect on what God is showing you. The tongue is a mark of true wisdom. Its misuse, a sign of spiritual immaturity. The tongue's destructive potential is real, yet it can also refine and purify when surrendered to God. Practical implications. Are your words the spark that kindles conflict, or the water that quenches it? James's vivid imagery urges us to think before we speak, especially in moments of stress or conflict. Key takeaway. Guarding your tongue is fundamental to spiritual growth, for the tongue reflects and directs the heart. Speaking with compassion and truth. Introduction. Words that build, not tear down. God never intended speech to be a weapon of destruction among his people. Instead, Scripture calls us to use words to heal, restore, and bless. Speaking with both compassion and truth is at the center of Christ-like communication. Key verse. Let no unwholesome word proceed from your mouth, but only such a word as is good for edification according to the need of the moment, so that it will give grace to those who hear. Explanation and context. Paul's letter to the church in Ephesus addresses believers from diverse backgrounds who face pressures to revert to old patterns of harsh talk, slander, and empty speech. Here, edification underscores the idea of building up, much like constructing a strong, supportive house. Commentary insight. John Calvin emphasized that nothing should proceed from our lips which is not profitable to others. Before you go, here's a simple challenge. Pick one sentence from today that stood out, write it down, and pray it back to God in your own words. If this encouraged you, consider exploring more of Life Compass, one small step at a time. Your next step awaits.